Prescott Van Meyer III, sommelier from home. In today's episode, we try Mellow Corn, Kentucky straight corn whiskey. Now, I've received a lot of comments over the years from bourbon heads saying that Mellow Corn is actually a wonderful bourbon to try out. It is bottled in bond. Now, this is connected with the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897, where a lot of bourbons were starting to get watered down and adulterated. So the United States government decided they were going to provide some tax incentives to any distillery that could hold up to certain regulations and certain standards to make sure that the bourbon was as legit as possible, since bourbon was invented right here in the United States of America. And that has allowed some distillers to, well, maintain that standard of quality, which Mellow Corn has participated in. So when you do see something that is bottled in bond, well, that means something significant. It means there is a standard of quality that they are willing to get checked out. Mellow Corn fits that, and specifically Bourbon Head said that for the price point, this is a wonderful bourbon to try, as this came in at $19.99. You should be able to find it pretty comparable to that wherever you may be. Looking at this bottle, 50% alcohol or 100 proof. That makes it pretty strong, a lot of bang for your buck. Has a very nice clear amber color to it. And it does come from Kentucky, bourbon capital of the world. It has a very retro look to it. Feels like this is what you would have seen in the liquor store in 1919, right before Prohibition. As you know, Prohibition started the very next year, in 1920. A sad day in America. But as you can see, they really kept that nice color scheme going. I love it, very retro. Have a coat of arms right there. Nice bountiful corn harvest. But other than that, nice, plain, no fancy stuff bottle, distilled and bottled right in Kentucky. Love it. Last time I was in Kentucky, I went to the Kentucky Derby, and I wore a very large hat. I didn't realize that the hats were more for the ladies. So my lilac-infused bonnet was jeered at and laughed at quite a bit. All my horses lost. This was in my former life, and I bet heavily on the horse called Abby's Love. Turns out it was a misprint. It was called Abby's Lust. Abby's Lust took a lot more from me than just money that afternoon. Took my dignity and 83% of my estate. I'm pretty sure Hung Like a Horse came from Abby's Lust. Let me look at it. Nope. Nope, came from the Bible. Huh. That was worth another Bing search though. All right, well, let's stop stalling and let's give this a little smellaroo. Hey, very nice. Glass opening up just a little bit. Now I'm gonna try both ways. Normally when anything is over 70 proof or 35% alcohol, I like to do a little splash of water in there to get it to that 35% alcohol. That's really optimal amount of alcohol you want in your drink. Any more than that, you're gonna really overpower the flavor that you have in it. Any less than that, and you're really not gonna have the alcohol cleanse the palate. Now all the true bourbon lovers out there might call me a little bitch for that, but that's just the way it is. This is my channel. You're the little bitches. I didn't mean that. Thanks for your ongoing support. Let's give it a smell. Very, very clean notes coming off of the whiskey. Very nice, definitely barrel aged. I like it. It's got that caramel notes, you know, those hint of the, I don't know if it's in wood crates, but it certainly smells like it. Really, really nice smell coming off. I'm really enjoying that. All right, let's give it a taste at 100 proof. All right, very nice clean flavor. Like I said, when you get to that 50% alcohol, there's an intensity to the alcohol and certainly an intensity to the experience in your mouth. Burns through a lot of the flavor. There's a really nice finish to it, very, very smooth. I'm enjoying this very much. Let's give it another taste. Very interesting, almost a odd kind of cinnamon flavor at the end. I think that's probably mostly from the spice of the alcohol being at 50%. I am seeing why they would like this, especially for the price point. Now I'm gonna add a splash of water to this and just see if that mellows out this mellow corn. All right, I've added a splash of water. Let's give it a try. Absolutely. Splash of water, calms down the alcohol a little bit, still cleanses the palate, but still gives you an opportunity to taste all the flavors. It opens it up a little bit, still very, very clean, very smooth. For that price point, what an absolutely wonderful whiskey to have on hand. I mean, for 20 bucks, having something nice and quality there for you, you would enjoy this sipping. I could see this being mixed with something, but this is very sippable all on its own. What I'm getting in this is notes of peanut brittle, some toffee, a little bit of vanilla, very nice finish. And with rye, they say there's a little bit more herbaceous after effect to it, you know, something like a little mint that's coming into it, which you don't really get from this. This is very, very nice for its price point. Who would be drinking this? Off-season horse jockeys, bluegrass musicians, and 1921 Kentucky bootleggers. I would pair this with Beck, sitting down with some mellow corn, listening to some mellow gold. I would not pair this with mellow yellow. They are sworn enemies, like the Hatfields and the McCoys. Mellow yellow, well, it's made with corn syrup. That don't sit right with mellow corn. All that corn syrup, y'all could have been making whiskey. I don't know if that sounds like a Kentucky person, but I did my best. Now, on my score of 0 to 100, I'm giving Mellow Corn an 84. For its price point, for the quality you're getting these days, and in this economy, this is a very nice whiskey to have on the shelf, to enjoy with, to have for company, to have all for yourself, whatever you want. This is a decent buy. I give it a big thumbs up. And if you are going to name a champion racehorse, you could do worse than Mellow Corn. It's Abby's Lusts. Yeah, I think that horse was a little drunk. He was weaving.